Welcome to International Student Brief. The content of the briefing includes: poll, 26% of Ukrainian teenagers want to move abroad after finishing school. International students turned away in record numbers. Number of pensioners receiving OAS abroad dropped during pandemic, then increased. China warns students abroad not to help foreign spies. Big changes are coming to the SAT, and not everyone is happy. What students need to know. Poll, 26% of Ukrainian teenagers want to move abroad after finishing school. Yahoo! A poll conducted by the Ukrainian polling agency Vox Populi has found that 1 in 4 Ukrainian school students wants to move abroad after finishing school. The poll surveyed 1,397 students aged 14 and older, 1,288 parents of students, and 1,141 teachers. It found that 53% of students want to stay in Ukraine after school, but 23% want to change their place of residence altogether. Of this 23%, 26% expressed a desire to move abroad, while the remaining 20% had not yet decided where they wanted to live. The desire to move abroad was higher among students in urban areas, and among those living in frontline regions. International students turned away in record numbers. The Sydney Morning Herald. Australia is set to experience a sharp decline in net migration as federal authorities turned away thousands of overseas students who had applied to start courses this month. The cut to the education program is the principal driver behind the total migrant intake dropping to 375,000 in the current financial year, and on track to reach 250,000 the following year. The government's migration strategy, which was unveiled last year, has imposed stronger English language testing on students and requires them to prove they are genuine before entering the country. It is also making it harder for them to stay if they do not find jobs that help fill a skills shortage. Australia has more than 650,000 overseas students, with increasing numbers of them staying on by applying for a second course. The visa grant rate has fallen to 80%, the lowest since records began in 2005. Number of pensioners receiving OAS abroad dropped during pandemic, then increased. CBC. The total amount of old age security, OAS, payments sent to retired Canadians living abroad has dropped slightly during the pandemic due to travel restrictions. However, the total sum of OAS payments to retirees abroad has increased over the past 10 years, reaching a 10-year high in 2022. This increase is attributed to a pandemic correction and a realization among some seniors that retirement might be better abroad. Concerns about the high cost of care and the impact of the pandemic on long-term care facilities in Canada have also contributed to this trend. China warns students abroad not to help foreign spies. Nikkei Asia. Chinese security authorities have warned Chinese students studying abroad not to collaborate with foreign spies. The Ministry of State Security issued a post on its official WeChat account urging students to be cautious and maintain a line of defense against foreign intelligence agencies. The ministry detailed a case from 2006, in which a Chinese student attending a top-ranked college overseas became involved in espionage by providing Chinese scientific research data to 2 foreign intelligence agents. The student was eventually prosecuted and punished by Chinese authorities. China is keen to protect its national security and prevent U.S. and other intelligence agencies from obtaining secrets. Big changes are coming to the SAT, and not everyone is happy. What students need to know. Yahoo! Some stakeholders are concerned about the digital rollout of the SAT, which is scheduled for March, including the College Board, the organization that administers the SAT, which believes digitization is for the better and that students are ready and eager to enter a new electronic era. Educators, test prep experts, and youth advocates, however, are worried the digital rollout could make the admissions process more precarious. They say many students, especially those without the means or savvy to keep up with the latest developments, are ill-prepared for what's to come. The College Board believes digitization is for the better and that students are ready and eager to enter a new electronic era. Educators, test prep experts, and youth advocates, however, are worried the digital rollout could make the admissions process more precarious. They say many students, especially those without the means or savvy to keep up with the latest developments, are ill-prepared for what's to come. The College Board, meanwhile, is eager to remain relevant as it continues to compete with the ACT. The digital format is one lever for boosting its market share. $1 million fines 4 dodgy colleges in fresh crackdown. The Sydney Morning Herald. Australia plans to crack down on fraudulent colleges to boost educational standards and crack down on student visa hoarding. Under new legislation to be introduced on Wednesday, fraudulent colleges will face fines of close to $1 million Australian dollars, $741,000, and the government will be able to freeze applications for new training providers. The legislation will also weed out colleges misrepresenting themselves as prestigious institutions and void the registration of providers that have been inactive for 12 months. Which university degree will earn you the highest salary? Telegraph. A recent analysis of UK graduate salaries has shown that not all degrees are created equal. The study found that computing, law, and business degrees from top institutions can result in graduates earning more than double the UK median wage within a few years. On the other hand, Mickey Mouse degrees, such as performing arts and creative arts, can lead to lower salaries and fewer job prospects. The study also found that where a student studies can have a significant impact on their earning potential, with some universities offering courses that result in salaries up to £60,000 higher than others. Student loans cost women £10,000 more than men. Telegraph. Female graduates in the UK will be £10,000, $13,000, worse off under the country's new student loan system, according to research by London Economics for the Nuffield Foundation. The analysis found that women would pay on average £10,000 more in their lifetimes than they would have done under the previous system, while men would pay £7,500 less. The study also revealed that reforms had increased costs for lower and middle-income graduates, with higher-earning graduates able to pay off their debts more quickly. I'm a 20-year-old student trying to squirrel away my loan, here's how I spend my money. Telegraph. A University of Greenwich law student has said that he is aiming to save his student loan to either start a deposit for a house or form a financial safety net. The second-year student, who works as a residential assistant at the university, receives the minimum student loan of £6,400 as well as free accommodation, saving around £9,500 per year. He also works as an activity leader, earning around £230 on a 0-hours contract. He states that at the moment he is in a position to spend and save as he likes, but believes that this will change after he graduates, particularly as his student loan will be close to £47,000 by that time. Lawmakers advance Bill of Rights for student loan borrowers. Yahoo! A bill before the New Mexico legislature this session seeks to ease some of the confusion surrounding student loans. Known as the State Student Loan Bill of Rights, House Bill 71 would regulate student loan servicers, delineate unfair trade practices, specify additional rights for some consignors and disabled borrowers, and create the Office of the Student Loan Ombudsman, intended to help students register complaints and gather information about their loans before and after borrowing. The bill was approved by the House Education Committee in a 7-3 vote and will move next to the House Commerce and Economic Development Committee. That's all the news for today, folks. Let's recap what we've learned. A poll in Ukraine found that 26% of teenagers want to move abroad after finishing school. Looks like they're dreaming of greener pastures. Australia is experiencing a decline in net migration as they tighten their rules for international students. It seems like they're being picky about who they let in. The pandemic has made some retired Canadians reconsider their retirement plans. They're opting to live abroad, possibly due to concerns about the cost of care and long-term care facilities. Chinese security authorities have warned their students abroad not to collaborate with foreign spies. It seems they want to keep their secret secret. The SAT is going digital, and not everyone is happy about it. Some worry that students without the means or knowledge to keep up with the latest technology will be left behind. Australia is cracking down on fraudulent colleges to improve educational standards and prevent student visa abuse. No more dodgy colleges allowed. Some degrees in the UK can earn you double the median wage, while others may leave you with lower salaries and fewer job prospects. Choose wisely, my friends. Female graduates in the UK may end up paying £10,000 more than their male counterparts under the new student loan system. The gender pay gap strikes again. A thrifty University of Greenwich law student is saving his student loan to either buy a house or create a financial safety net. A wise move, my friend. Let that money grow. New Mexico lawmakers are pushing for a Bill of Rights for student loan borrowers. They want to regulate student loan servicers and ensure borrowers have the information they need. That's a lot of news to take in. But remember, my friends, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay curious, and keep sharing your thoughts and ideas. What are your thoughts on these news stories? Do you have any questions? Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.